I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and today I'm doing paid reviews. And this comes in from Joseph. Hi Archie, love your new videos, especially the ones about weight loss. I'm 40 years old and maintaining weight is something that I constantly think about and try my damnedest to do. Not to mention, I have to maintain a clean bill of health every year for my job. Things like diabetes are automatic disqualifiers in my profession, so I have to be vigilant. Thus, I try to stay in shape by exercising regularly. My way of doing it is through cycling. My bicycles are worth almost as much as a decent second-hand watch. I have a Cannondale Super 6 High Mod, which is the all-carbon bike that is very light, about 15 pounds. That is my road bike. The one I use all the time is a hybrid that weighs about 30 pounds and is only about $400. Just for regular exercise, there really is no need to spend so much on a bicycle. But I tell you, cycling really works for me and I find it to be fun. If you cycle regularly for about an hour, I can feel the weight coming off. On another topic, I love the videos on EDC. Here in America, a good number of people consider a pistol, a firearm, an essential part of their everyday carry. I have a small collection of firearms. My favorite brands are Glock, Sig Sauer, and Heckler and Koch. These are somewhat expensive brands, but when I do buy a firearm, I stick to these brands. I guess I'm sort of a gun snob. But when it comes to firearms, most times you do get what you pay for. This is just it for information in case it comes in handy in the future in any of your vids to decide to include firearms. Thank you. And with the Australian nanny state, we don't really have firearms that readily available. The advice I'm seeking today is for my wife. I've come to appreciate her so much that I feel it's time to get her something I know she wants. A Louis Vuitton purse! She has a Prada and a Burberry purse, but I think she has always wanted something a little more exclusive. I want to get her something that is timeless and not seasonal. I've heard her make comments about most purses going out of style or can only be worn at certain times of the year. I know she likes Louis Vuitton, but I need to make sure I buy the right one. Any advice you might have will be very helpful since I really know nothing about when it comes to this subject. Thanks Archie and keep up the good work. Sincerely, Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. Very good question. And the point with buying a Louis Vuitton, you're meaning handbag. These American men refer to them as purses. So you mean a handbag. Okay, what my advice is simple. I reckon the best bang per buck item, which isn't hugely expensive. It's expensive. You've got the leather. That's a colored version of the Louis Vuitton. You want to go for the traditional. The traditional is the monogram. That's that LV pattern. Or even older than that is the checkered pattern. So I really think those are a canvas. These are canvas. This is when Louis Vuitton started off as a luggage maker, fuckers. They were making luggage. So that's some luggage there. And the canvas, fuck!
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece, we adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. and 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.
As I was saying, the Louis Vuitton, they made the luggage, and the luggage itself there, that was the traditional type of suitcases. And they used the canvas to be waterproof. So when Louis Vuitton itself started making handbags, they used the same material to make handbags. So I think you want to go for something in monogram, and you want to go something in monogram or damier. I'll show you the two in a moment. Okay, let me share a wonderful story for you. You know, Coco Chanel. She is the most famous maker of perfume in the world. She invented Chanel No. 5. And this is Chanel No. 5. This is what it looks like. Chanel No. 5. This is the perfume. This is fucking expensive. This is the strongest one you can get, the parfum. And the Chanel No. 5. Coco Chanel. She digress. She invented haute couture. Well, she didn't invent haute. She was very famous for the perfume and also for French design. Haute couture, fuckers. It's like horology, but it's in clothing. And she was a fashion. She is considered the most stylish woman in the world as far as design and excellence goes. So Louis Vuitton had a thing called an Alma type suitcase. It was a big travel type case. And Coco Chanel, rumor has it, she went into Louis Vuitton and she redesigned an Alma travel case into an Alma handbag. This here is an Alma handbag. It's in monogram. Monogram has that pattern. That's the Louis Vuitton pattern. So Coco Chanel, she designed a handbag version because this was traditionally a suitcase for traveling. So she designed it. So it became a fashion icon. Now let me say to you, there is the Alma. This is an Alma in monogram. But I think something cooler is the damier version. The damier version is just a smidgen cooler because Louis Vuitton actually, they used the damier pattern before the monogram pattern. So it's actually older. Absolutely stunning piece. This is a stunning piece. And the leather, it's painted a brown, a nice dark chocolate brown. Now, these handbags, this is called a Louis Vuitton Alma. It has a beautiful red interior, and it's got a spot for a mobile phone. It's got spot little change thing here for lipsticks and other things that women put in there. Absolutely stunning. Louis Vuitton. I would get an Alma. This is the best handbag to buy a lady. They're about, I think it's been a number of years since I bought this piece, and I think they're about 1,500 Australian at the time. So I think they're about $1,200 US. Check on the Louis Vuitton site. Buy it new or used, just buy it new. I really think if you're buying your first Louis Vuitton for her, get it new. Take her to the fucking, well, get it. It comes in a beautiful box. They gift wrap it. It's all that sort of bullshit experience. But that's what I would buy. A Louis Vuitton Alma. It's got that great story about Coco Chanel, how this was actually a much bigger, it was a much bigger suitcase. Coco Chanel scaled it down to make a beautiful, cool handbag. And it's timeless. You can even get, it's got a special hook here, you can get a strap for it so that instead of it being a carry handbag, you can actually have a shoulder strap for it. Absolutely stunning. This, I reckon this is the best bang per buck handbag to get. It's got that cool story about Coco Chanel. This is Louis Vuitton's equivalent to the Birkin or the Kelly bag from Hermes. So this, I think, is special. I love them. I love this. I love this bag. This is a cool bag. And that's what I would be buying if you want to buy a really cool purse for a woman. A really cool handbag. That's what you're really saying. I'd be buying a Louis Vuitton Alma in Damia. That's what I'd be buying. That checkered pattern. I reckon that's the coolest. That is the hippest. That is going to get you points. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you nasty, vicious, foul-mouthed fuckers think of that. Great one, Archie. Great one.